Okay, so this is day 2 of my bathroom project. I got the vanity off the wall. I got that old outlet off the wall, and it's got the bulbs and screws in the sink. I'm going to be reusing that outlet and that outlet cover. Here are the holders for the vanity bulbs. And then this is the vanity wiring. Now this one has me a little stumped here because we've got neutral wires, or yellow or white wires here that are taped off at the end. And if I stick this into the wall here, you can see that they're stapled on and they go around and around the corner and up to something. And then the other one kind of goes in the wall and it goes down. But this is my Romex and it runs around this joint here, which is what I figured it was going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that up and then I'm going to mark the ceiling where I have to run down, and I'm going to go up there and I'm going to drill a new wire or a new hole, and I'm going to run the wire back down through there.
And then I think we get children who...
Okay, so I got the drill on the floor here. And so what I did was I just drilled 2 small pilot holes in the wall where I'm going to come down and run cable. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up into the attic and I'm going to find the hole and I'm going to measure back a couple inches, and then hopefully I will drill through and into wall there. Okay, so we're back here after one abortive attempt at trying to do a hole. And I'll have 2 holes here between the stud, or between studs for what's going to be this outlet, and what will be a timer mechanism for the bathroom heater. And so now I'm going to head up in the attic and try and figure this out. Alright, so you see my pilot hole, and then you see this thing right here, which I don't need no more. And then there's the new hole, and I just stuck a piece of wire down in there, and I'm going to go down into the down in my bathroom and see if I can see it. There it is. So yeah, I got the hole correct. Whew. All right, YouTube. So here's my junction box for the lighting circuit for my garage coming up from that switch. There's the new cable that I ran down into the wall as opposed to along the drain line, and there is my tub light. There is my vent fan. Voila, voila. And I think the next order of business is going to be get this cover on and then get some of this damn insulation back in place. And I say to that son of a biscuit, because this stuff is, it basically needs to be thrown out. It's like so brittle, it just rips when I grab it. It's like really, really well done meat. But anyways, we'll bolt this up and we'll go turn on and we'll see our bathroom with all of the vanity lights and everything. Alright, so the vanity is now relit. So this is what the bathroom looks like, fully lit now. And so my next task is going to be to fill in those 2 holes with timer switch and GFI, and then run a new circuit, which is going to be the fun task tomorrow, because I think I'm just going to call it a day for tonight. But yeah, so we'll continue the part 2 tomorrow. Okay, YouTube, it's Saturday. This is going to be the big day where I run the wire for the new circuit into the breaker box. However, I had to do some exploration to figure out the best way to do this, because if I don't have to cut the plaster out to get the wire up into the attic, that'll definitely be advantageous for me. And so my hope is that up in the ceiling there, they left a gap in the board or the wood for the wires to run through. So what I have here is a fish tape for wires, and if they did that, I could just feed the tape up into the attic, hook the wire to that, and pull it down through a hole in the top of the panel. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to actually see what I'm facing up there. And so what I'm going to do, let me grab some electrician's tape, is I have this very long piece of vinyl siding trim, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape my iPhone to this thing, and I'm going to use the very camera function that's recording this to explore over by that gap where those wires come up, and we will see what we're facing with here. Okay, so my iPhone is now securely secured to this lovely piece of vinyl, and I'll head over here. There's some cobwebs I see. But we'll see what we are dealing with over here. There are cobwebs all over the place. So, after having reviewed the footage, a particular four-letter word comes to mind. I'm going to have to cut the drywall out, and I'm going to have to drill a hole to get that wire in there. So I thought about using a small drill bit like this one to route out the drywall, but the problem is I can't get the bit far enough into the chuck to have it only go out a ½ inch, which is what the thickness of the drywall is. So my concern is if I try routing it in this way, I'm just going to run into wires. So I think the only alternative I'm going to have is to hammer and chisel this out. Okay, so I've been hammering and chiseling away now for about 10 minutes with the screwdriver, and I had to take the top off my panel. And so now the important thing to remember when you got cover off your panel is that these metal tabs that you see right there with my 2 fingers, I'm like 2 feet away from them, it's just camera perspective. Those are live with 240 volts going across potential between adjacent ones. So if you're going to be working with your electrical panel, you're going to want to hit your main power and then verify that there's no voltage, because if you accidentally touch these, it's going to be a bad day. So I started to drill the hole here. Unfortunately, my paddle bit doesn't quite have enough length to get up to where I need to go, so I'm going to have to do plan B and just come in through the ceiling here. Not what I wanted to do, but I really don't have much of a choice. Okay, I tried doing it the right way. I'm just going to have to do it the easy way. So at some point I'll have to create something to cover up the wire as it comes down there, because I know you can't have stuff exposed like that, but oh well. I know the joys of being a homeowner. Okay, so I see the new circuit wire coming over there. And so what I've done with my little thing, or my little piece of vinyl trimming here, is I've just kind of clipped one of the edges, and I'm going to use it as a grab and fish that line over here. Darn it. Almost got it. Fun for your convenience. There we go. Almost. Yeah. Here we go. So yeah, that's going to be its new home right about there. Okay, so I have now succeeded in getting one of the 2 outlets installed. I got the wire running up from this one. So power is going to come down to here, and then it's going to feed the timer. That's going to feed my heater right there. So now I got to go back upstairs and run the wire down for that and tie in into the breaker box, the power line, that line there, that's coming down. So, since I'm pretty much done with the wiring now, I just took a few minutes to put staples down on everything here so that we are secured. And all I got to do now is finish hooking up that timer, and then I got to get the box in the wall, and then I got to get that pulled down over there, and then get that hooked into the breaker panel. So voila, here we are sometime later. Got a little hole here to patch up, but outlet is moved. And the timer is now installed. So now I just gotta go upstairs and hook that in. Okay, so I'm putting the final touches on this lovely little wiring here for the vent. Since these are braided connections, I went ahead and I soldered them so that I have extra integrity on them. And then, of course, we got our ground over there. But all I gotta do now is get the top on this thing, and then I'm pretty much done up here, believe it or not. Okay, so I finally got the wire run down, and I got the breaker in its thing, and I'm about ready to hook it up. So this is going to be the last step before I find out whether or not all this effort is for naught. Okay, so there's the new circuit run into the panel. Moment of truth. Main power is back on. We're going to flip the lights on. And that should give me the bathroom lights. So we got those going. So now, time to fire up the new circuit. To once again quote famous YouTuber, smoke test. Well, it didn't pop right away, so that's a good sign. Looks like it works. And we got heat. Oh my goodness, so let me go grab my razor here. Well, I'll be damned. It actually worked. I would play cool in the game for you right now, but I don't want to get copyright infringement, so celebrate good times. Come on.